Hello, you're watching Hornbill TV's Prime Time. Now headlines. Axiom 4 mission aboard the SpaceX Dragon spacecraft successfully docked at the International Space Station on Thursday, autonomously docking at 4:05 p.m. Indian Standard Time to the space-facing port of the space station's Harmony module. India has refused to sign the joint declaration at Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or the SCO. According to reports, India was not satisfied with the language of the joint document. There was no mention of the terrorist attack in Pahalgam. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari on Thursday junked the speculative reports that asserted the government was going to impose toll tax on two-wheelers. Permanent representative of India to the UN, Ambassador Barvatanini Harish, while speaking at a UNSC open debate on children and armed conflict, advocated for specialized attention and psychosocial support for children in conflict-affected areas. Now for the news in detail. Axiom 4 mission aboard the SpaceX Dragon spacecraft successfully docked at the International Space Station on Thursday. The Dragon spacecraft was ahead of schedule, autonomously docking at 4:05 p.m. Indian Standard Time to the space-facing port of the space station's Harmony module. NASA flight engineers Annie McLean and Nicole Ayers monitored Dragon's automated approach and docking maneuvers. The AX-4 crew will be welcomed by the 7-member Expedition 73 team and will now take part in a safety briefing. Former NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson, ISRO Indian Space Research Organization astronaut, Group Captain Subhanshu Shukla, ESA astronauts Slavos Uznaski-Wisniewski of Poland and Tibor Gabu of Hungary lifted off at noon IST on June 25 on the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from Launch Complex 39A at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The astronauts plan to spend about 2 weeks aboard the orbiting laboratory, conducting a mission comprised of science, outreach and commercial activities. The mission is sending the first ISRO astronaut to the station as part of a joint effort between NASA and the Indian Space Agency. The private mission also carries the first astronauts from Poland and Hungary to stay aboard the space station. Meanwhile, on successful docking of Axiom Mission 4 to ISS, IAF Group Captain and astronaut Subhanshu Shukla's parents said that it was a matter of joy that the docking occurred successfully and further prayed that the crew members would perform the duty well and return to Earth safely.
बहुत खुशी है, बहुत अपने को जो है बहुत अच्छा महसूस कर रहे हैं। बच्चे ने सफल उसके जो है डॉकिंग हुई है, इसके लिए हम जो है ईश्वर को बहुत बहुत जो है धन्यवाद करते हैं, बहुत प्रणाम करते हैं उसको। बहुत हम जो है उसको इसी के लिए प्रार्थना की थी कि ईश्वर ने हमारे बच्चे पर जो है पूरी छत्र छाया है उसकी, और उसके लिए हम ईश्वर को जो है पूरी तरह से अपने दिल से जो है शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं। बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत हम प्रसन्न हैं। हमारे बच्चे की जो है भी लैंडिंग हुई है, कायदे से जो है डॉकिंग हो गई, ये बहुत खुशी की बात है। ये बहुत ही अहम पड़ाव था, उसके लिए उसने जो है अच्छी तरह उसने मेहनत करके जो भी सक्सेस प्राप्त की है, उसके लिए हम बहुत खुश हैं और बच्चे पर गर्व है, हमें पूरा अपने बच्चे पर गर्व है। और बच्चा बोल्ड है शुरू से ही, बताया तो कि स्कूल का जो है ये सब महिमा स्कूल की है। हम लोग भी हैं, मगर स्कूल ने बहुत कुछ दिया उसे, इतनी बोल्डनेस जो है बहुत ज़्यादा। अब उनका प्रोग्राम है, उसमें जाएंगे, मिलेंगे जाके, उनको बुलाया है तो हम जाएंगे, अभी यहीं निकलेंगे हम।
सफल लैंडिंग के बाद कैसा लग रहा है आप लोगों ने लाइव देखा कि किस तरह से
सफल लैंडिंग हो गई, ये तो बहुत गर्व की बात है, बहुत अच्छा है, सबके लिए अच्छा है, हमारे लिए तो खैर अच्छा है ही है। हमको तो बहुत खुशी हो रही है। अगर कहीं कोई दिक्कत कुछ होती तो थोड़ा ख़राब लगता, लेकिन सब कुछ ठीक ठाक हो गया है, अच्छा है।
इस दिन के लिए कई प्रार्थनाएं की होंगी आपने
प्रार्थना रोज
परिवार
करते हैं।
ने। कैसा लगा जब पहुंच गए वहाँ पे अपने लक्ष्य?
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, उसके पहुंचने के बाद बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। अब यही है प्रार्थना भगवान से कि अभी जो कुछ जिस लिए गए वो सब काम संपन्न करके आराम से वापस धरती पर आए। अब इसकी प्रार्थना करनी है।
एक बड़ी सफलता है, इस सफलता के पीछे आप किसको देखते हैं?
सफलता का श्रेय हम अपने बच्चे को ही देंगे, उसका खुद का श्रेय है उसमें किसी का हाथ नहीं है। उसकी कड़ी मेहनत, कड़ी लगन और निष्ठा, उसकी काम के प्रति लगन जो है उसने उसको इतना ऊंचाइयों पे पहुंचाया है।
Union Minister Nitin Gadkari on Thursday junked the speculative reports that asserted the government was going to impose toll tax on two-wheelers. He said some media houses are spreading misleading news about imposing toll tax on two-wheeler vehicles and assured that no such decision has been proposed. The exemption on toll for two-wheelers vehicles will continue fully, he reassured. Condemning the misinformation, Gadkari said spreading misleading news without verifying the truth to create a sensation is not a sign of healthy journalism. National Highway Authority of India (NHAI) also separately clarified that no such proposal is under consideration. In a separate news, the government is set to introduce a FASTag-based annual pass that will provide a big relief to commuters as it will reduce the financial burden and ease travel with no need to stop at toll plazas. The annual pass scheme that will allow commuters to cross 200 toll plazas on national highways for just ₹3,000 annually, down from the earlier average of ₹10,000. The scheme will come into effect from August 15. India has refused to sign the joint declaration at Shanghai Cooperation Organization or the SCO. According to reports, India was not satisfied with the language of the joint document. There was no mention of the terrorist attack in Pahalgam. There was mention of the incidents that happened in Pakistan. So India refused to sign the joint declaration and there is no joint communicator. Singh condemned terrorism at the meeting. He emphasized the need to hold perpetrators, organizers, financiers and sponsors of terrorist acts accountable and bring them to justice. The Defence Minister highlighted a recent Pahalgam terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir, which was carried out by the Resistance Front, a proxy of the UN-designated terror group Lashkar-e-Taiba. During the summit, Singh also talked about India's Operation Sindoor on May 7, targeting terror camps in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir.
Tolerance for terrorism is manifest today through its actions. This includes our right to defend ourselves against terrorism. And we have shown that epicenters of terrorism are no longer safe and we will not hesitate to target them. We should also take proactive steps to prevent the spread of the radicalization among our youth. The RAD's mechanism of SCO has played a significant role in this regard. The joint statement of the Council of SCO heads of the state on countering radicalization leading to terrorism, separatism and extremism issued during India's chairmanship symbolizes our shared commitment.
Following the Defence Minister's meeting after SCO, Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Rantir Jaiswal on Thursday stated that the recent SCO meeting could not adopt a joint statement as certain member countries could not reach consensus on certain issues and hence the document could not be finalized. He said India wanted concerns and terrorism reflected in the document, which was not acceptable to a particular country. Mention may be made, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on Thursday refused to sign the joint statement of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization that would have diluted India's position on terrorism and regional stability, claimed reports citing sources. Singh attended the SCO Defence Ministers meeting in China's Qingdao.
On a question regarding SCO, we had Raksha Mantri, our Defence Minister, participating in the Defence Ministers meeting of SCO. This meeting happened over 2 days, that is yesterday and today. The Defence Ministers meeting has concluded. I understand that they could not adopt a joint statement. I also understand that certain member countries could not reach consensus on certain issues, and hence the document could not be finalized. On our side, India wanted concerns on terrorism reflected in the document, which was not acceptable to one particular country, and therefore the statement was not adopted. But we had participation of our Raksha Mantri. We issued a press release. The press release is very instructive in how we look at the threat of terrorism. Raksha Mantri, in his articulation and in his address, called upon the SCO member countries to come together, unite to fight terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. We had a press release which was issued a little earlier today, so I would refer you to look at that. He also reiterated the need to uphold the perpetrators, organizers, financiers, sponsors of reprehensible acts of terrorism, including cross-border terrorism. They to be held accountable and bring them to justice. He also urged all SCO members. He said that we must, in lockstep in our endeavor, we must all be in lockstep in our endeavor in strengthening stability and security in our neighborhood. So I would urge you to look at the statement of our Raksha Mantri. That would give you a sense of our approach to SCO on security.
We'll be right back after a short break, so stay tuned.
Hello, dinner dindal he mobile dal tipiki thakile পঢ়া পাতি কিবা হবনে এনেকে মোবাইলত ব্যস্ত হৈ থাকিলে হ'ব নেকি
কিয়নো ইমান গালি পাৰি আছে ওদাই
নোৱাৰি সৰ বুছনে অকনো কাণ্ড জ্ঞান নাই লৰাটো
তাক খংকৰ গালি পাৰি থাকিলে জানো কিবা সমাধান ওলাব কি গান গাই ভাল নাপায় জানো এটা কাম নকৰা কিয়
কি
অসমৰ কালচাৰেল এফেয়াৰ্স ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্টে 15 দিনীয়া এটা কৰ্মশালাৰ আয়োজন কৰিছে তাতে নৃত্য গীত অভিনয় এই সকলোবোৰ প্ৰশিক্ষণ দিব নহয় তুমি তাক তালুকে পঠিয়াই দিয়া কেলে
হয় নেকি বৰ ভাল কথা দেখো
হয় কালচাৰেল এফেয়াৰ্স ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট অফ আসামে প্ৰতিখন জিলাতে অহা জুলাই মাহৰ প্ৰথম সপ্তাহৰ পৰা 15 দিনীয়াকৈ আয়োজন কৰিছে নৃত্য গীত আৰু নাটৰ কৰ্মশালা আপোনাৰ শিশুটিৰ শাৰীৰিক আৰু মানসিক বিকাশৰ বাবে এই কৰ্মশালাত যোগদান কৰা সম্পূৰ্ণ বিনামূল্যে
হয় মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰী ডক্টৰ হিমন্ত বিশ্ব শৰ্মাৰ সবল নেতৃত্ব আৰু মাৰ্গদৰ্শনত ৰাজ্যখনৰ ল'ৰা-ছোৱালীৰ বাবে এয়া হ'ব প্ৰতিভা বিকাশৰ কমাৰশাল সবিশেষ তথ্যৰ বাবে সাংস্কৃতিক সঞ্চালকালয়ৰ অধীনস্থ অসমৰ বিভিন্ন জিলাত থকা কাৰ্যালয়সমূহত বিভিন্ন জিলাৰ জিলা আয়ুক্তৰ কাৰ্যালয় অথবা সমজিলা আয়ুক্তৰ কাৰ্যালয়ৰ সৈতে যোগাযোগ কৰক
where the software engineer meets the talented photographer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University.
Welcome back. US President Donald Trump on Wednesday claimed that American and Iranian officials would hold talks next week, raising hopes of longer-term peace